road, the 640 is comparable to anything in its class, and the class above it maybe. Now, out on the motorway or out on a very flat road, absolutely chews up mileage, no problem at all. Once you get to a bit of the back roady stuff, well, it does get a little bit bumpy in here. You know, it's quite sharp. But then this is meant to be a sort of a sports car. A supercar, I suppose, in a way. But it's a big diesel. Speaking of which, under the bonnet of this is a diesel that puts out 313 brake horsepower, which is a lot. And 622 newton meters of torque, which is a hell of a lot. Actually, it might be a little bit too much for the rear wheels to handle, because in everything bar Sport Plus mode, it doesn't feel 600 newton meters of torque. It doesn't feel anywhere near that. It doesn't, and I'll tell you why. They turned it down because 613 newton meters of torque going through the rear wheels of a car, going through an 8-speed gearbox all at once, would probably shred your tyres within the first 10 feet of owning the car. And so in all but Sport Plus mode, you have to go right up to the very top. That's where it turns off the traction control, and even then it's not all the way off, it's most of the way off. But all that aside, there are settings in here that I can go into. Eco Pro. Eco Pro allows me to be able to drive as economically and ecologically as I possibly can. It turns down the throttle response. It loosens up the steering wheel nicely. It makes the accelerator pedal nice and soft, so when you press it, nothing much happens. Steering becomes really light. It's all very pleasant, actually. A car becomes very quiet as well. Now that also softens the suspension a little bit, which makes it a bit more bearable over road surfaces like this. Now, the drawback of Eco Pro is that it really does turn down everything in the engine as well. So you get a lot of noise, but you don't get a lot of feeling of speed. Thanks very much. If I go for the next setting, which is Comfort Plus, smooth comfort driving. That's the whole plan here. Smoothens out the gear change. Again, softens the suspension, keeps the steering nice and light, and allows you to be able to pootle along a road like this, which is very narrow. Then I can go into Comfort. Not Comfort Plus, just Comfort. And all that comes up the screen, it says Mode Comfort. And you can hear just how quiet the whole car has just gone tame and quiet, gentle and easy. But then there are more settings than that. Of course, there is, when you press up again, you go into Sport, and the whole car just jumps up and pays attention. Dynamic driving with sport-orientated chassis is written up on the screen. And I can actually configure Sport, so I can actually go into the system and change how Sport behaves on the car. Now, there is one more setting. It's not M or anything, okay? I know there's M badges on this, but that's just an M Sport body kit. But if I press up one more time, actually I have to press twice to go to this system. Dynamic driving, sport-orientated chassis with restricted driving stability, which means it turned off the traction control. Now, when I say off, that's probably the wrong word. It's down. It's turned down. It's not off. That doesn't really matter though. I can live with it being turned down because, well, the horsepower is too much to handle through those back wheels. It just is. But the whole car now has sat up and paid attention. It just waits for you to push your foot down into the deep pile carpet and go, whoa, hey, yes, and then you're off and it just flies along. You don't know what's going to come over the top of the hill. It just, every time you push that accelerator pedal, it feels like you're treading on a little grenade. It's so much fun though. The power is just there the whole time, and I haven't even gone into manual sport mode yet. We're off again! It's just brilliant. It's just so much fun. To know that a diesel engine is providing me that sort of sport is even more fun. Let's turn here. Which in itself is interesting because I can press that and I can see around corners. I can. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! She's off, man. It will just slide around any corner you want. If you turn too sharply on any corner, it will make you pay the price a fucking lot too. You turn into that corner there. The back feels so light, but the car feels so agile in the corners. Just as you come up to a corner, when you tap on the brakes, there's no shunting and pulling my face off. The car just slows down. You turn in. It's light-footed. It changes down the gear and roars at you to let you know what's going on to the next one. You pull down again. Now this is Sport Plus with the traction control off, which does allow you quite a bit of slippage before it cuts in and decides to, "You've got to stop doing that, you're being an idiot," in that German accent. But even now it's being so quiet, and all you hear is that roar to come on when you press the accelerator pedal down again. It just roars at you, and off you go again. Turn here, another junction. Now, if you take your eyes off the road for a millisecond, the car will make you pay the price in Sport Plus mode. It just will. You'll be in a hedge, you'll be wondering what happened. That's really all that goes on. When you just want to settle down, if you drop back to Sport mode, it puts the traction control back on, but keeps that sporty feeling about the whole car, so you can still get in there, get to a corner and wiggle your hips a little bit and turn in. It's a really sharp corner here, really narrow road too, and the traction control will keep you on a straight and narrow perfectly. It's so balanced, so poised in every corner. It's so poised and light-footed. For such a big car, it's very light-footed. And then you put your foot down and the car's booting up the hill again. This is brilliant. I love a car like this. So much fun, which is why I come up here. These roads are insanely quiet. We're going sideways. Go power! Pull up here now beside this very old petrol station, or whatever it was. It's gone. Honestly, it's been a massive treat to have something like a 640 diesel under me for the week. It is an amazing technological feat. You can literally feel the difference between the comfort and the sport modes, and you can feel that difference. The car becomes tighter and lighter, and away she goes. I, unfortunately, have 2 small kids, and it's great to be able to say, "Kids, you'll have to go with your mother today," but that can't go on forever. And to enjoy the car with the kids in the car, I have to move my seat into an uncomfortable position, because there's no room back there. I don't know why BMW didn't just bite the bullet, lose the back seats, make the cabin even bigger, put in a bulkhead and have an enormous boot. Why not? Why not? It's a 2+2 configuration, and it's, well, if you're an amputee, you get into the back seat. But still, I love it. I want more of it. I want more of that power. I want more diesel. I want more power. It's addictive. It's a fantastic car. 113,000 euros for the one I'm sitting in. The range starts somewhere around 95 grand, maybe 100, between 95 and 115, depending on what parts you look at. This one, it starts 115. It's beautiful, it's technological, strictly German. It's a fait accompli. This is a dream car, and now it's for young people. Gone is the kind of old man tag around the edges of it, where you only ever seen grey-haired men driving these sort of cars. This is for young men. This is for, it's for people who have a pulse, who want to go, and it's brilliant for that reason. I love it for that reason. It excites me. And now, I'm going to go for a long drive.